Peace. What's going on, everybody? Give y'all a chance to scroll on in before I dive into the topic for today. Again, got some light building I want to do today, man. Give y'all a chance to tune in, tap in with your boy. Hopefully, y'all enjoying this Thursday. Everything going smooth and peaceful for you all, taking care of that health. Not falling for the trick knowledge out here. Down to see, peace. What's going on? Where that link at for that website? Yeah, we want to build on media manipulation today. It's a lot of I came across some interesting perspectives in regards to media manipulation. A lot of people seem to think that it's not possible for the media to influence the mind of a child and themselves. And I find that hard to believe. And for one, that's just not an actual fact. That's not an actual fact at all. Like if you don't think the media plays a part in some of the decisions that you make, you are sadly mistaken. Magic Realms, peace. What's going on with you? How you living? How you feeling? So I'm gonna give y'all time to tune in, tap in, man, before I really start diving into the topic for today, man. Like I said, it's a lot of people that don't think the media is as powerful as it actually is. That's why they put all this money into advertising, into marketing, because they know how powerful it is. Queen J, peace, what's going on? We seem to be the only ones that don't think the media is that powerful. And we don't think that certain groups have certain agendas in regards to inserting themselves in the media frequently. We don't think that has any influence on a child, any influence on the adult. Magic Realms, everything is good my way. Everything is peace. Queen J, tell the C's I said hello and peace. Yeah, but we gotta stop thinking like that. Like we go to these clubs and whatnot, and we know that music can influence us to dance. Music can influence certain moods. But when it comes to us watching television and things of that nature, we don't think that what we see on this television screen can influence the mind of a child, can influence the actions of a child. Come on now. Again, like I said, that's why these corporations spend all this money on marketing and advertising, because they know. They know the power that comes with advertising. And then, like I've always stated, that's one of the degrees that I have. So I know a lot that goes on within marketing, within advertising. And it's just, for the most part, just manipulation, deception, persuasion. That's what it's all about. We're not saying that the media can make a person do anything. The media is not trying to make you do anything. The media is trying to persuade you, influence you to do certain things, suggestion and things of that nature. That is the tactic that's utilized by the media. Of course, they're not going to come out here and try to make you do anything. They are trying to influence the mind, persuade the mind, suggest things to the mind. That is when the problem is created. So, of course, it's not necessarily by force. It's not someone or something making you do anything. It's all about influence. It's all about persuasion. And then that's repetition. So if we see it enough, then guess what? We influencing that mind. So that's why they repeatedly put certain things in the media, because it's repetition. That is how you program a mind. That is how you make a mind do what it is that you want it to do. Repetition, suggestion. That stuff is powerful. That stuff is powerful, man. And also, like I said, when I was studying marketing in college, man, I saw that firsthand. Like it's stuff that I had already knew, but when I had to actually study it, it was crazy. Lachelle, peace, what's going on? Queen J, most definitely. And matter of fact, I forgot to let y'all know the book of the day. It's a nice little book right here, man, by my man's Professor Griff. The Psychological Covert War on Hip Hop. Professor Griff. This book is deep. My man's Professor Griff goes in on this book, man. If you're looking for a book that drops a lot of knowledge and the truth on the industry in regards to like hip hop, man, that's the book for you. He dives deep. You know, my man's Professor Griff is into like symbolism, talking about the Freemasons, Illuminati, and things of that nature, man. He connects it right to the industry in that particular book. That book is a jewel, man. So definitely recommend looking that book up, diving into it, man, soaking it up. Sweet Tea, peace, what's going on with you? Yeah, so we gotta control our media, man, because they getting us to act exactly how they want us to act. They getting us to move exactly how they want us to move. Zucko, what's going on with you? And one of the things that I learned in marketing, man, it was just like, for the most part, the way that we move, the way that the consumer tends to move for the most part is subconsciously, unconsciously. Shakir, what's going on? So a lot of times we think that we expressing free will in regards to a decision that we may be making. So like when you go to a store and you choose a certain brand, in your mind, you express your free will and you chose that brand. But what's really going on is the manipulation that went on via the advertisement is causing you to gravitate towards that particular brand. But consciously, it's not registering like that. Consciously, you think you made that decision to purchase that particular brand. No, you did not make that decision. You were influenced to make that decision by a lot of advertising, by a lot of marketing and things of that nature. So a lot of times we think it's free will. We think we freely choosing something, but now we acting subconsciously. And that's what they tend to prey on. They tend to prey on that subconscious. That's why they do a lot of subliminal messaging and things like that, because they know the subconscious mind can pick up on the subliminal messaging. See, consciously, we're not picking up on it. That's why certain things are color coded. See, we don't know what certain colors represent, but the subconscious mind does. So that's why they will align certain colors with certain things. So it's like we looking at it, we might just be seeing red, but the subconscious mind may be picking it up as bloodshed or something like that. So consciously, we picking it up like that's just a color. Subconsciously, it has a deeper meaning, deeper than the surface type deal. And they know that. They know that. They do that stuff. And then another thing, man, they do that stuff with like scents as well. When I was studying marketing, man, they do that with scents and things like that. Man, they have a certain smell that attracts people. So it's like a lot of places were spraying certain scents in their stores and whatnot to attract people to the store. Like, it's crazy. The things that they would do to generate traffic, to generate customers, to generate clients and things of that nature. Oh, D Monty Magic, it's one of them. Ishmael, what's going on with you? And Donna C, yeah, that TV can get tricky, man, because it's a massive agenda when you watching the television. It's a massive agenda going on there. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. But a lot of people think that don't impact the child. Oh, they can't make the child do this, that, and the third. If the TV can raise your child, then you're not doing a good job, man. That ain't even the point. That ain't even the point, man. I know the power behind advertising. I know the power behind the media. It's all about influence. Again, repetition. Amber, peace. What's going on? Pseudo charlatans, what's going on? Oh, Magic Realms, man. The subliminal messaging is real. That's why back in the day, when everybody was talking, when that was the thing to talk about, like Illuminati and all that, when that was the thing to talk about, man, that subliminal messaging was real. When you start talking about frequencies and things of that nature, man, that stuff is like real, actual fact. Actual fact. So you would be wondering why you just gravitating towards something, man, and you can't pick up on why you gravitating towards it. That's because they didn't got to that subconscious mind subliminally. So you always got to look deeper than the surface. So when I'm watching anything, I see a surface level meaning, then I'm gonna go deeper than that surface level. Shakira, yeah, most people don't know it. Like that's what was that? That's what Harriet Tubman said, man. She could have convinced more people that they were actually slaves. She could have freed more. It's the same thing here. You can't convince some of these people that they not being manipulated by the media. They not being manipulated by the music. They not being manipulated by what's on the television. They not being manipulated by the phones, man. I watched the whole documentary on how these phones get to us, on how these smartphones take inventory, basically to keep us addicted. So we already know what's going on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You scrolling down your Facebook and all of a sudden you see an ad for something you just looked up on Google. So you was looking up organic supplements on Google, then you get on Facebook and you just start seeing all ads for organic supplements all of a sudden on your on your Facebook. Y'all know what I'm talking about. These smartphones are alive. They paying attention. They taking inventory. They doing the knowledge to us. They paying attention to what we feeding it. And they trying to feed you more of that to keep you addicted. They don't care anything about your overall health and well-being, man. They want to keep you addicted to the smartphone because they making money. So that's the same way with most of these other corporations. Oh, the news, like I said, negative energy within society. The news is trash, man, especially for black people. As soon as you turn it on, they start talking about the murders, the killings, and things of that nature. It's like the same pattern, the murders and killings. That's as soon as they start off the news. Soon as they start the news off, they go right into the murders for the day, right into who was killed. It's like they don't act like it's like when somebody asks you, do you want the good news first or the bad news first? They don't ask that. They just give you the bad news. Then they may sprinkle in some some decent news, but they sprinkle it in. Everything is overshadowed by the 4 or 5 killings you just talked about. Oh yeah, Bonafide, most definitely. Yeah, you gotta choose what you consume wisely. Yeah, D-Monty Magic. When you pay attention, it's easy. It's easy to decipher everything. But most people don't pay attention. They look at things merely as entertainment. It's not just entertainment. That's not what it is, but that's how they want you to view it, as just entertainment. So when you view it like that, you have lost. Solo T40, yep, most definitely. Most definitely. D-Monty Magic, you said you had to stop listening to Nipsey because of what? I'm Nipping and Goldie. Peace. What's going on? Yeah, Magic Realms. A lot of times people don't understand, like, the reason why you may be in that bad mood consistently. It could be because of what you are consuming, not just physical foods, but like what you watching, what you listening to, what you reading. That can all be connected to your mood. But we overlook that. Montel, peace, what's going on? Magic Realms, back when I used to play them video games was deep. Yeah, back when I used to play games back in the day, way back in the day, a lot of symbolism. But again, as a child, you're not really paying attention to that, man. Like somebody mentioned in the previous video, cartoons and all of that, man. It's a lot of subliminal messages in the cartoons. I mean, if I bust open this book by Professor Griff right now, man, he'll probably start talking about all type of symbolism, man. Stuff that I just got highlighted in here, man. It's just crazy. I wouldn't even know where to start quoting, man. But this book by Professor Griff, man, that's my dude. But that book is powerful. And he talks about a lot of the subliminal messages, man, a lot of the symbolism. So it's like, man, that could be explaining why you constantly waking up or consistently waking up in that bad mood and with that bad vibe, man. It's just like you may be listening, you may be reading, you may be watching something that's instilling that in you, that you picking up on subconsciously. Again, it's that frequency. It's that frequency, man. Some can be operating at a lower frequency and it can bring you down to that level. But that's a subconscious interaction. So consciously, you won't know what's really going on. Okay, D Monty Magic, I got you. Yeah, I remember seeing some stuff about that. Oh, Zucko, yeah, Osho, yeah, I got a few books by the man. Yeah, a few books. I think it's called, what is it? Freedom. I think it's Freedom, Love, and Aloneness, something like that. That's one of the books that I got. I got like 3 or 4 books by that guy. Yeah, dude be dropping some knowledge. Yeah, Osho. I like Osho's work. But yeah, we gotta get into the art. We gotta get into the habit of deprogramming ourselves, man. Because again, a lot of us are still programmed. What's going on, Just in Peace? How you living? Yeah, we got to get in that mode. I mean, if you're gonna entertain certain things, you got to be able to learn how to decipher these things that you are entertaining. Thunder Scorpion, Peace. What's going on with you? So it's like if you gonna watch television, then you gotta be able to learn how to decipher what you are watching, so that you won't fall for the okie doke. If you're gonna listen to certain pieces of music, then you gotta learn how to look beyond the surface and decipher what's really going on, so you won't fall for the okie doke. That's the only way to get a grip on the things if you are going to entertain them. T Jizzle, man, what's going on with you? Appreciate that donation. Yeah, but we gotta deprogram, man. We gotta deprogram. We definitely gotta deprogram. D Monty Magic, I know about it, but I haven't dug deep into it. But I know about the basics of it. Magic Realms, I think I seen that. Geostorm. I think I remember that. Oh, we already know how they do that, man. That goes back in the day when we used to talk about HAARP, how they control the weather and whatnot. Then we talking about chemtrails and things like that. So yeah, we know that. Yeah, we know that they dealing with the atmosphere and the weather. Hence why we get some of the weather that we do. Because again, they trying to control nature. That's the wrong thing to do. Let nature flow. Let nature flow according to how it will flow naturally. They trying to control nature. They trying to manipulate nature. So we gonna get what? A lot of natural disasters when you do that. So they trying to control and manipulate nature, man, and that's not a good thing. Even when it comes to eating, like some of the foods, again, genetically modifying foods, incorrect. What does that lead to? That leads to a bunch of disease, chronic diseases, ailments, illnesses, sicknesses, viruses, things of that nature being more prominent. That's what happens when you go against nature. That is what happens when you go against nature, and that's what they are doing. They have been doing this for a minute, like I said, with HAARP, chemtrails, and all of that good stuff. They out here poisoning the air, poisoning the atmosphere. And then got you thinking it's just something wrong with you. Just got you thinking it's something that's running in your family. Hence, and then they the ones doing all of this. But then we look back and think it's something wrong with us, man. They out here putting the poison in the air, putting the poison in the food, and got you believing that it's hereditary. Got you believing that it's just something wrong with you. That's how slick they are. That's how slick they are. Justin Green, yes, sir. Chancellor Williams, that book is powerful. Yeah, The Diary of an Economic Hitman. Yep. I know about that joint. Yeah, Magic Rims, Mandela effect, most definitely. All Queen J, most that man. My biggest form of media for real is just me reading books. So I control what I consume for the most part. Yeah, I control what I consume. That's why, for the life of me, I don't understand why a lot of people don't really want to rock with like what they call conscious music. Man, I love it. I'm talking about conscious music, man. Put me in the zone. Like I was listening to some fast-paced, upbeat music, man. Conscious music get me amped, man. Just to hear a brother or a sister just spitting some knowledge over a track, love it. I mean, I can work out to that. Zucko, we know why we know why they want to do that, man. Again, it's just in their nature. Control. They got to control everything, include nature. Man, just leave nature alone. Demoncy Magic, and that's what I mean. That's what I mean. So then they'll feed you that soybean, and then I mean it's a lot of different ways that it goes. Then make it seem like it's just something wrong with you, or make it seem like it's something wrong with the soybean. Yeah, it wasn't nothing wrong with the soybean naturally until you grew it underwater in the sewer and modified it. Now it's something wrong with it. Andrew Peace, what's going on? Know why you're not getting the notification? Yeah, Queen J, that's the ultimate goal, to grow your own food, because like I said, preparation is everything. So that's most definitely that most definitely should be the end goal, to grow our own food, grow our own everything, man. Create our own everything, really. All Magic Rims, like I said, man, it's just in their nature, in their nature. And Dynasty, I wouldn't even say play the role of God. They want to play the role of the devil. That's a that's devilish. Because again, when you look at when you just look at it religiously speaking, man, God, we in tune with nature. The Like the devilish one is the one that's striving to control nature, striving to manipulate nature, trying to deceive the people, utilizing nature and things of that nature. So when you moving godly and righteously, nah, you in tune with nature. You in tune with that nature. When you moving like a devil would move, that's when you out for that control. That's when you striving to control everything, manipulate and deceive everything. And again, again, historically speaking, that's just the nature of that's the nature of the beast. That's the nature of the beast. That's the nature of the beast. A lot of people can't accept that reality, can't accept that fact, but it's the nature of the beast. And this is not something that is new. This is something that has been written, has been discussed, has been built on. So this is not something that we just saying. This is not racism. It's history. It's history. It's actual facts. Like I got a book right here. I don't know if I didn't mention this book in the previous video, but this is another good one, Intellectual Warfare, man. I was just going back over it. And I mean, man, this dude was in this book. I don't know if y'all familiar with the whole Pandora's box like story, like how the origin of it, but that joint crazy. Again, women just get disrespected, man. Women just get disrespected. So I don't know if you are familiar with the origin of like Pandora's box in regards to like Greek mythology, but that's just like crazy. Women just get blamed for everything that's negative and everything that's bad. But like the Pandora's box origin in regards to Greek mythology, disgusting. Zucko, yeah, man, the Afro beats. Yeah, I be on a conscious vibe for the most part. Like I said, I be on a conscious vibe when it comes to like when I get on my hip hop thing. Yeah, I strive to balance everything out. So for the most part, I'm a vibe out to some conscious music, conscious content. Again, like one of my favorite artists, K Reno, man, dude just be dropping bombs. Killer Priest, another one, man, be dropping science, dropping knowledge. Poor righteous teachers from back in the day. You know, Nas is one of the goats to me. D Monty Magic, most definitely. D Monty, man, they've been on those what they call Terminator seeds for a minute. Yeah, they've been. I remember doing some knowledge to those seeds about 10 years ago. Zucko, you got a lot of yeah, you got a lot of theories about that. Like I said, we can build on Yakub. Again, people take the story of Yakub and think that that's something that we mean from a literal perspective. But again, if we just go from the grafted, if we just deal with eugenics and we just deal with things being grafted, then we can see how they came about. We can see how they came about. Again, you can get white from black, not the other way around type deal. So when you go to the theory of Yakub, again, we're not talking about that story actually happening. We're not talking about things actually transpiring that way. That's more of a story of eugenics, selective breeding, things of that nature, getting that white from black. So basically going down the color spectrum. You got black, brown, red, yellow, and then just doing selective breeding, eugenics to create white, which would be at the bottom of that spectrum. So that's more of a joint like that. That's one of the theories that's out here, man. And then just studying it, like I said, when I came across Yakub and that whole theory, of course, we're gonna dive deeper. And that's when I came into selective breeding and eugenics. That is the only thing that makes sense to me. Selective breeding, eugenics. I mean, they even practice that. They've been practicing that. But it just makes sense scientifically speaking to see them manifesting from some form of eugenics and selective breeding and things like that. I mean, that just makes sense. Anything outside of that really don't necessarily make sense to me. So just looking at it from a selective breeding eugenics type of standpoint, that would make sense to me. And again, like I said, when I started studying eugenics and selective breeding, then I can kind of confirm that. And that's all that the Yakub theory is talking about. Dynasty, yeah, with that, again, what I would say to that, it's just like white people trying to be black. It's like they know that that's not a reality. And even still, just you wanting to be something doesn't take away from what your true nature is. So the devil could have wanted to be God all along, but his true nature is that of a devil. So he could never get away from that true nature, no matter how hard he wanted to be God. So just him wanting to be God didn't translate to him acting godly. Him wanting to be God, he still was acting according to his nature, which was that of a devil. So he was never acting godly, never acting righteously. And that's just biblically speaking. Zucko Runtown, no. I'm gonna have to check him out. Andrew Rose. I mean, if you famous people from St. Louis, if y'all don't know, again, y'all know 5% Nation of Gods and Earth. At one time, you all know Nelly and whatnot. One of the members of the St. Lunatics, he was at one point a 5%er, and we did used to have some of our functions at studio. So I came across Nelly one time at one of those functions, but he used to be he used to associate with the 5%ers. I don't know if he still does, but we had connected with them briefly just off of that association. Other than that, man, I don't really too much care to meet anybody. I mean, that really didn't care to meet them at that particular point, just so happened to do it. So it was peace though. Sasha, what's going on? Rude boy, peace. What's going on with you, fam? Pseudo charlatans. No, it was the same lunatic. If y'all know, if y'all remember the one, his name was Ali. We call him Power here, but he was affiliated with the 5%ers at one point. I mean, he was 5% at one point. I don't think he is now. I don't know. But yeah, at one point he was associated with him, and I know he used to drop a lot of knowledge to Nelly and them, so they got the knowledge of self and whatnot. So that's how we came to meet them, because we used to have, you know, classes and whatnot at the studio, at their studio. And one time he just happened to pop up at the studio, Nelly, that is. Yeah, D Monty Magic. Like I remember getting some knowledge on that theory myself, kind of basically debunking that. But like I said, it's a lot of theories I heard. What made sense to me though was just selective breeding and whatnot. Treasure Nest, peace. What's going on? Gay University, peace. What's going on? D, what's going on with you? But we gonna, hey, we gonna, and Sasha, I don't know if I said something, but what's going on with you, Sasha? Queen J, most that was right around when I first had started getting the knowledge, man. So that was almost like that was going on. That's like about 8 years ago. But yeah, no, it was some positive brothers, some positive brothers. Learned a lot from him. So yeah, so it's positive brother. But like I said, I just don't know if he affiliates with the 5%ers now though. But back then he was out in the field. He was out in the field, and a lot of people didn't know that. A lot of people didn't know that. A lot of people they thinking Saint Lunatics, they thinking Nelly, they weren't thinking no knowledge of self, no 5%, nothing like that. So that was a lot of people don't know that. Yeah, rude boy, that's all. Yep, that's all they used to get bumped. Nah, rude boy, I never said dirty. No. A bunch of people that I hung around, that's what they said, but I never used that slang. I'm the type of person, I'm always I'm kind of unique. So if everybody else saying something, I'm saying something differently. But nah, I never use that. CJ, what's going on with you? Oh, Gay University. I listened to a bunch of old school rap, bunch of old school. I didn't even know where to start. Like one of my favorite rappers all the time is Scarface, Ghetto Boy. So we out the gate with the old school. Like I say, Public Enemy, Poor Righteous Teachers, BDP, LL Cool J is one of the most underrated individuals on the planet to me, and that's old school. Tribe Called Quest. I mean, what old school you talking about? Kumo D. A lot of people don't know about Kumo D, but he used to drop a lot of knowledge on the track. Kool G Rap, man. I mean, Rakim, one of the GOATs. Big Daddy Kane, man. I listen to now. Come on, when we talking about hip hop, that's one of my fields. That's one of my lanes. Oh, Sasha, hey, Michael Franti, yeah, yeah. That's a good reference there. That's classic. Yeah, University, peace. Shakir, appreciate that. Appreciate the donation. Okay, hey, the guy checked in, so he confirmed it. I was kind of confused. I didn't know. I used to see him on social media. I was like, dang, I don't know if dude associated with us anymore. I was confused. And it's crazy that you mentioned Slowdown, because I was just training, I guess, his ex-wife. I guess that's it. I don't know if he is still affiliated with her, but I was training her like a month or two ago. Oh, Shakira, man, most there, you breaking that book down. Magic Rims. You know what's crazy about Tupac? Mentioning Tupac, I actually when I was when I was rapping, I got two comparisons when I was rapping. I got a slick third one, but two comparisons that I got when I was rapping, man. The way I started evolving, I got two comparisons in regards to like my style and my energy. It was Tupac and DMX. And then some people randomly said I sound like Snoop Dogg on the track, but I had got Tupac and DMX in regards to like energy, flow, and things like that when I was rapping. Oh yeah, J. Rue the Damager, yeah, most definitely, man. It's a lot, man. I'll be naming for days. Pseudo charlatans, you know how that go. Oh yeah, EPMD, yep, Gang Star. Come on now. Yeah, Grand Poop. Oh, CJ, that should go without question. Y'all know I fool with Brand Nubian. Shout out to Lord Jamar, Grand Poop with Sadat X. Y'all know I fool with them. Y'all know that. AZ, that's another one. Like a lot of people talk about now. AZ is the man's, the roots. Black Thought still be out here putting it down. And then just so y'all know, like Bone Thugs, I'm a big Bone Thugs and Harmony fan. So that's like one of my my favorite groups. Thunder Scorpion, man, don't get me started on there, man. When I used to go out of town, man, they just wanted to hear me say those words just so just so we can slur them like that, man. I used to despise that. You know, Andrew is crazy. When people said I sound like Snoop Dogg, come to find out, when I went to my latest family reunion, apparently, Snoop Dogg is some kin to me. So they say. So that would be interesting. So maybe one day I connect with Snoop, with Uncle Snoop, because apparently he's supposed to be some kin to me. Yeah, when Common was Common Sense, I rock with him. Some of Common's new stuff, not so much. Man, hey, Lord Jamar, man, man, it's lovely to see what Lord Jamar is doing, man. The thing I like about him, I didn't really too much care for him going on Vlad as many times as he did, because he was just making Vlad a bunch of money. But man, I mean, one thing he did was he stand on his square, man. He gonna say something, he gonna stand on it. Oh, Rude Boy, Jean Grey is one of the best female MCs to ever come out, to ever exist. Yes, I know Jean Grey. Andrew, I may be going back to Mississippi in like 2 weeks, like for Thanksgiving. Queen J, most definitely. Oh yeah, D Monty Magic, all my kinfolk, you know, in Mississippi, Louisiana, all my roots down south. I got a few people that's out on the West Coast, but I haven't met them. But I'm always down south. I spend summers down there. Go down there every chance we get. Yeah, Pharaoh Monch. See what we doing? See, this goes hand in hand with the topic for today. See, we naming these conscious artists. So it's a different, like when you listen to these conscious artists repeatedly, I'm telling you, it changes your whole perspective. It changes your whole vibe. It changes your whole energy. I don't know how y'all feel, man, but the moment I came into a lot of these conscious artists and started listening to them consistently, like it just elevated my mind. It elevated my mind, man. It made me, that's what got me into reading partially too. Just listening to some of these artists. And I'm like, man, what are they talking about? So I had to get myself hip, man. So I'll be able to just kind of internalize and interpret what they are saying. Like Killer Priest, man, I'm not gonna lie. When I used to listen to him, man, that dude was going over my head. I'm like, dude, what is he talking about? Killer Priest was going over my head. And I'm like, man, I gotta step it up, man. This dude dropping some knowledge that I ain't never heard. And that was way back in the day. So that encouraged me to read. Then, like I said, I came across like AZ, and then like Poor Righteous Teachers. I came across some of the things that they was talking about, man, and that just inspired me to just want to read more. Oh, pseudo charlatan. Yeah, you talking about SIUC? So yeah, Carbondale. Yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. SIUC, the college. Andrew, who knows? And yeah, CJ, cancel Vlad. That's exactly when he talked what he talked about Minister Farrakhan. Canceled him. Should have been canceled, but that was it. Thunder Scorpion, man, why is intelligent under the radar underrated? Another cat that's underrated from the West Coast is Paris. That's one of my like when it comes to like politics, political rap, because he aggressive with it, man. Paris be going in. A lot of people don't know about Paris. Paris be going in. Of course, Immortal Technique. I remember back at when I was coming into the knowledge, I was listening to a lot of Immortal Technique. That's another person who put me on a lot of stuff, man. That was an intelligent brother. That's an intelligent brother. I listened to a lot of Immortal Technique. But why is intelligent is that dude? Why is intelligent is that dude? Like his solo work under the radar, man. Dude be dropping a lot of knowledge, and he has been doing it consistently. And then, like I said, K Reno is my dude. Oh yeah, Rude Boy Papoose, man. People, oh man, who don't get me started? People sleep on Papoose, man. People sleep on the guy, man. Papoose be dropping science, he be dropping knowledge. Papoose is that dude, and because I used to be a fan of freestyle rap, man. So I always liked Papoose. I used to listen to a lot of like J.R. Ryder, Cassidy. I liked a lot of freestyle rap back in the day, like Jadakiss and all that, man. If you was punchline rapping, I used to fool with you, and Papoose was one of those. So I used to rock with him heavy back in the day. But now his music has evolved, man. Dude be really dropping knowledge out here, man. His latest work, dope. Yeah, people sleep on Papoose. I'm glad you brought him up. Yeah, Redman. Yeah, Distant Relatives was that was my joint. King Son. Oh yeah, King Son is. Oh yeah, King Son. And you said Ab-Soul and J. Cole. Only ones you know from now. I say now I like Big Crit. Lupe Fiasco is my guy. Royce the 5'9", he's evolving. He got some pretty dope music. Fat Shine, I don't know if y'all heard of him. He pretty dope, young bull. But he about a little older than me. Yeah, and I forgot to mention Dead Prez, man. I used to listen to a bunch of Dead Prez. Let's Get Free. That entire album, I can play that entire album, front to back. Yeah, Jedi Mind Trick. Yeah, Vinny Paz. Yeah, Jedi Mind Tricks. Vinny Paz is that dude. Yeah, Rude Boy, but I never really was a Jay-Z fan. Like it's a few people that I never was a fan of that people be looking at me like I'm crazy. Never really was a fan of Jay-Z, never really was a Biggie fan. Now the reason why I know why I wasn't a Biggie fan, heck, this might be the reason why I wasn't a Jay-Z fan, because Pac went in on both of them. But I wasn't a Biggie fan simply because back when I was young and Pac, it was the West Coast, East Coast, I fell victim to that. So I didn't like anything that was Bad Boy related. And for the most part, I almost still don't. But I chose a side. They got me. The media got me with the East Coast, West Coast. And we all know that was media manipulation. But they got me, and I was every bit of like 6 or 7. But I chose my side. I was Death Row. I was Pac. So if Pac didn't like you, I didn't like you. Now, he ain't like Nas neither. And he did the Fugees at one point. But it was just I never really was a Biggie fan nor a Jay-Z fan like that. Like to this day, like I still don't really bump no Jay-Z and whatnot. Like I just never really rock with Jay-Z, and Kanye is another dude. Never rock with Kanye. Now I'll listen to a Jay-Z song before I listen to Kanye. I never rocked with Kanye. Daylight, I'm just now, man, it's another battle rap. Man, I forgot this dude's name. It's another battle rapper, man. It was some years ago, and that dude dropped some serious knowledge in a battle. I cannot think his name, man. Hopefully one of y'all bring this dude name up. Well, man, it was a battle rapper I had seen back in the day, man, that was dropping, not back in the day, but this was like maybe 3 to 4 years ago. I know he was under the tutelage of Brother Polite, which that makes me a little skeptical. But man, what he did during that battle was kind of crazy. Yeah, Magic Realms, like I said, you got a few people that's young that's out here doing their thing. Few of them. Oh, Andrew, we gonna do the seminar. We gonna do the workshop. It's gonna happen. Oh, Shakir, Black on Both Sides, one of the best albums of all time, yo. That Mathematics, man, he went in on that. Yasin Bey, people sleep on him. Sean Steve, they still doing that fight, but I had thought Roy Jones was kind of trying to back out of that. But if they do the fight, I'm gonna go Mike Tyson. Yeah, if they go on with it, Mike Tyson. Yeah, Hieroglyphs. Yeah, Toby. Yep. Yeah, hey, that Prodigy, his last album, and that's why people were led to believe that he was killed. You know, that's a whole nother theory and topic. But man, Prodigy was dropping some heat on that album before he passed. But the Hieroglyphics, they definitely dope. Diggable Planets. Diggable Planets. Diggable Planets, man. People do not mention them. Diggable Planets, some of the smoothest cats in the game. Diggable Planets. They way bigger than just cool like that. Pretty much every song that they put out, every song they did was dope. Yeah, Thunder Scorpion. I like Pac before he was with Death Row. And that's what's crazy. I like pre-Death Row Pac. Like he got Death Row, obviously started tripping, man. But I was just such a fan of Pac, his energy, his vibe, that man, I was Team Pac. So if Pac didn't like you, I ain't like you neither. But Pac was definitely bugging. Yeah, I heard of Daylight. Yeah, I used to be that punchline rapper. So battle rap. I know all the battle rap. I ain't been on it lately, but I used to be on it heavy back in the day. So I know Daylight. At first, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't rock with dude because the way that he moved, his whole like his antics and his what that dude was rubbing me the wrong way. I like, man, who is this goofy dude? Hey, dude used to say some stuff that's so out off the wall. Nah, like I was like, I don't fool with this cat. But just on a bar level, like yeah, he be going in. But some of the things that he be doing and saying, like in interviews, I used to be like, hold on, bro, hold up. Yeah, loaded Lux. Yeah, man. When he went against man, what in the heck was what was dude's name? When he just ripped him to shreds, Calico or whatever. Oh man. Yeah, I want Tyson to win. Tyson I don't know. Tyson looking like he in the best shape, but at the end of the day, man, these dudes, this ain't the young Mike Tyson, young Roy. So this liable to go any which way. I mean, at that age, you can look good all you want, man, but you go out there and you actually ain't no telling what your body gonna say and do to you. Yeah, B-Dot. Yeah, that's dude. I couldn't think of that name. Saved my life. Yeah, Kanye he may have had some decent joints, but like I said, I never really rock with Kanye. Never. Oh yeah, Black Stars, that album, yeah, most definitely dope. Oh, and hey, R&B singers, man, yes sir. I'm more so if I dig into the R&B craze, that's gonna be all 90s, all 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s. Like I don't really that people talk about hip hop, like it's some newer artists that I can rock with in regards to hip hop, but R&B, man, that's something that man I don't fool. Man, I don't fool with a lot of new R&B. It just don't be sounding good to me. So when I go into the R&B vault, I got to go into the old school vault. I just can't get with a lot of the new sounds in regards to R&B. Now, it's still some people that I may rock with, But for the most part, man, if I'm listening to some R&B, it is some old R&B. It is old. All Magic Rims, man. Pac got a lot of joints, man. When Pac was out here dropping that, man, that like Brenda's Got a Baby, man, the relevance. And this is another thing that I saw, man. I just want to do a video on this, man. But I don't know why people still feel the need every so often to disrespect the pen game of Pac. This must be, I don't know what is causing this, but a lot of people keep saying that Pac was like overrated in regards to his pen game, and then Biggie a better lyricist than Pac. It's like, man, Biggie, I don't know what Biggie said that was so incredible and amazing that makes people say that. I can understand the flow thing and the rhyme scheme, but man, Pac has penned some of the greatest songs to ever grace the planet that Biggie couldn't come close to in regards to just the construction of a song, man. Like when I go to Keep Your Head Up, Dear Mama, Brenda's Got a Baby, like that's all substance. That's lyricism to me. I don't know what it means. I don't know what lyricism means to most people, but man, and then Blasphemy on that Machiavelli album, man, come on. Blasphemy is one of the most underrated tracks. I don't even know if it's underrated, but that's one of the best tracks. That's one of the best tracks ever. Blasphemy, come on. Pac was letting you know something on that Blasphemy. He was letting you know, like, we ain't gonna cry. We ain't gonna cry when the Pope died, because y'all didn't cry when they killed Malcolm X. Type in that Blasphemy. Come on, man. Blasphemy, Pac was talking to him. If that's not lyricism, I don't know what it is. I don't know what lyricism is. If you listen to Blasphemy from Pac and say that dude wasn't lyrical, then I don't know what being lyrical means. I have no idea what being lyrical means if Blasphemy is not a lyrical track. If Shed So Many Tears is not something that's lyrical, if that's not lyricism. I mean, a whole Me Against the World joint. Come on. Oh, yeah, Shakira. I just saw that. Yeah, Me Against the World is that. Yeah, I play that whole entire album once a week. You know, James Brown was crazy. A lot of people, talk bad about Young Dolph, man, but I was watching some interviews on the dude, man. Dude mindset is up there. Not impressed. Yes. Georgia and Mudrow. Underrated. That was not too long ago that I got hip to her music. Well, that was probably about 2 years ago. Went downloaded everything from her. She is dope. She is dope. And then on the female end, Cyrock. Like we was talking about Jean Grae, Cyrock, Shay Noir. She's dope. Narubi Salah. Then just back in the day, Queen Latifah, MC Lyte. Oh, Thunder Square. Rhyme Fest was dope. D Monty Mac, yeah. I feel like that's one of the reasons why Wale be so depressed out here, man. I used to listen to like Wale a lot, like back in the day, like when he first came out. Not so much so now, but it was a few people that I used to listen to before they became real mainstream. Big Sean was one of them. Can't stand Big Sean now, but his early stuff, cool. Wale, early stuff was on it. B.O.B., like early in the game, I used to fool with Dude. Now he's still dropping some, but Dude be B.O.B. be on some other stuff. But yeah, I used to listen to him a lot back in the day. I don't know if y'all remember Charles Hamilton. I used to listen to Charles Hamilton. I used to actually listen to Meek Mill when he had the braids. Oh, Fonte, Little Brother, yo. Now, Substantial, haven't heard of Substantial, but Fonte, Little Brother, dope. Fonte, pen game is sick. Then Planet Asia. I don't know if y'all know Planet Asia. Dope. Rude Boy, Murder Mook. See, like I said, when I was getting into battle rap, that he was big on the scene. He was big on the scene. I still remember him and Serious Jones, that battle. Yeah, Sasha hit Kanye personality. Just listen, I just can't fool with Kanye and his personality. I just don't fool with Kanye. Another person I don't fool with is Drake. Y'all will never ever in a million years hear me bumping anything pertaining to Drake. I just don't like Drake. I'm sorry. Like I just don't. Nope. Like that's just one person that I can't do it. Even when I try, like I just can't do it. That's one person who I've tried to, and I just can't do it. And I'm gonna tell you another person who's under the radar, who like his personality may be like weird to people now, man. But Joe Budden, back in the day before he was podcast, Joe Budden, like his music was dope in regards to like substance. I'm talking about not pump it up Joe Budden, but like after pump it up type deal, Joe Budden had a sick pen game. Oh, and bro, the Isley brothers, man. You know, Ronald Isley is from where I'm from, St. Louis. So you already know, Isley brothers. Man, Teddy Pendergrass. I still bump Teddy Pendergrass. Marvin Gaye, Sam Cooke, Aretha Franklin. Like I'm bumping. That's what I'm a bump. That's what I'm a vibe to that. I don't know what some of this new stuff be on, but I'm a vibe to that. Donna C, man, I don't know if y'all know some R&B that I'm missing. It's a few new brothers and sisters that I may fool with R&B wise, but if y'all know anything that got a similar vibe to back in the day that may be new that I don't know about, let me know, because I don't know. I can't, man, that old school R&B, you can't match that vibe. You cannot match, you just can't match it. No, can't even match it. You just can't match it. That's an entirely different vibe, and you cannot match that vibe. I mean, when it comes to old school R&B, you just cannot match the vibe. Just can't do it. When I'm listening to R&B, when I feel like listening to R&B, I always go right back to the old school. Never fails. I may try to listen to some new school R&B. I may last 2 songs, and I'm like, all right, about to go back to the old school. That's it. Yeah, Big Crit is that dude. Yeah, see Thunder Scorpion. That's what people were saying. But my thing is, again, it's just like some of the songs that he constructed. To me, that's lyricism. That's lyricism. I think lyricism is a little bit deeper than just your rhyme pattern, your rhyme scheme, and then just even the flow wise. But I like Pac flow because I like his energy. So I like his flow. I have no problem with Pac flow because of that energy, that passion. But man, like I said, some of the songs that he constructed, I don't see too many people able to recreate those vibes. Like Changes. I mean, man, that dude was like a prophet with the pen. I mean, when you listen to Pac, man, you close your eyes, man. It was like dude was speaking to, man. You can vividly see what he's talking about. You can feel it, you can see it. When I'm listening to Biggie, man, I don't see or feel nothing. And that's why, that's why I never really gravitated towards him. So I'm one of the ones, man. A lot of the artists that I fool with them because I can feel what they saying. Like, again, DMX. Like, you may look at me like I'm man, but I feel with DMX, I feel everything DMX is saying. Scarface, I feel everything Scarface is saying, man. When he telling the story, I feel it. It's resonating. Like, I close my eyes, boom. His verse on Mind Playing Tricks on Me, even his version of it, man, I know that off the top of my head, man, and I won't miss a beat. One of the best verses of all time to me. Like the way Scarface wrote that Mind Playing Tricks on Me, man, it don't get any better than that. Now, Scarface is one of the ones who his flow, his pen game, all of that top notch, man. My man's Brad Jordan don't get the respect that he deserves. To me, he easily top 5, man. But Scarface is my dude. But one of the main reasons why he one of my favorite is just because I can feel him, man. I be feeling what he's saying. That's a whole different level of lyricism. To me, that's transcending lyricism. When I'm feeling what you're saying, you touch me on that emotional level. And not too many people can do that. Trade and War Stories is with Sibo, yeah, that's underrated. Yeah, D Monty Magic. Yep. Brenda's Got a Baby was, man, listen, the relevancy of that song is just crazy. But when that song come on, man, you just sit back and listen. That's one of them songs that when Brenda's Got a Baby or like Keep Your Head Up come on, like you don't even want to rap it. You just listen it. When Brenda's Got a Baby come on, you just listen. Like I don't even rap along with it, man. I just listen. Every time that beat drop, I'm like, man, let me just listen to this real quick. Oh, Lupe, man, that Droga's Wave. Whoo, man, y'all, Lupe is, man, Lupe. I know Lupe may rub some people the wrong way with some of the stuff he be on, which I don't know how, but man, Lupe done drops, he dropping some jewels. Just musically speaking, man, Lupe is my man. Yeah, Magic Realms, most definitely. Yeah, man, he touched on it all, man. Like that's why when he went out, man, it was crazy because he had some plans, man. He was gonna make some moves. Oh, D-Monty Magic. Oh, no doubt. Yeah, we ain't sleeping on Memphis. I got a brother that's in Memphis right now. He don't rap or nothing, man, but yeah, brother be making elderberry, man. He be put, Memphis. We don't sleep on that. I go through Memphis every time I go to Mississippi. But yeah, Young Dolph, man, people be like, oh man, you fool with Young Dolph, man. Young Dolph be on it. Young Dolph be on it. Memphis got some originators there, like 3-6 Mafia. Like they that whole horrorcore and whatnot, like 3-6 was on it. Oh, Thunder Scorpion, you already know You already know that that's where I agree with that. Yeah, Just Ice, yep. And I ain't even mentioned really the Wu-Tang. Like GZA is my dude. Bahamadia, yep, she dope. BVSN, yeah, I've listened to some of that stuff. Yep. Oh, Amber, yeah, I used to yeah, I used to rock with T.I. heavy back in the day. Hence why, him and Jeezy doing this little verses. I'm rocking with T.I., man, because I used to rock with T.I. heavy back in the day. Some of his newer stuff, it's like, yeah, whatever. But his older stuff, whoo. D-Monty Magic, you crazy you said that about Meek Mill because I was gonna make a status about that the other day. I don't know how I feel about Meek Mill. I don't know if I like dude or not. I really don't know. I honestly don't know how I feel about Meek Mill. Like that's crazy. I don't know if I like Meek Mill or I don't know if I don't like. I have no clue. Cause like one moment I hear something I'm like, okay. Then I hear someone like, man, this is garbage. So I don't know how I feel about that dude. Yeah, D-Monty. Oh, yeah, Don Tripp and Lito. Oh, them is some, man, listen. Don Tripp and Lito are my dudes, man. Some of my favorite, like, newer artists, man. They be going in. That's what I was forgetting in regards to Memphis. And then, I used to also fool with Young Buck back in the day when he was with G Unit. Yeah, X-Clan, Brother J. Yeah, Gay University, Amber. Yeah, I can't. Woo, yeah, I can't do Drake, man. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I get it. All the people that fool with Drake, I get it, but I can't. Cannot do it. Shakira, for the longest, I really wasn't that big on the Kendrick Lamar, but I mean, yeah, To Pimp a Butterfly was dope. I'm more so out of his camp. I'm more of a J-Rock fan, and I like Ab Soul too. But like out of that camp, I'm like a J-Rock Ab Soul fan. I really wasn't as big on Kendrick as people think. I like J-Rock and I like Ab Soul more than I actually would listen to them more than I would listen to Kendrick. No knock on Kendrick. Not saying he whack or nothing, but I just don't really listen to Kendrick like people may think. I'm gonna listen to Ab Soul, J-Rock first. Yeah, X-Clan, Brother Jay is that dude. That bro, hey, I'm some goats. Yeah, Dale the Funky Homo Sapien. Yeah, yeah. Young Dolph is. Hey, I be in the gym. That's what I be. I get to throw some Young Dolph on. Patrice Russian. Okay, I'm gonna check him out. Simon. Okay. Shakira. Them mood music by Joe. Come on, man. If you listen to that and say Joe wasn't talented, you crazy. Yeah, D-Monty Magic. He got it. Yeah, and I know D-Monty Magic. You know what's crazy? My brother from Memphis that I'm talking about. He he an Israelite, but he cool though. He wanted the Israelites that I could be cool with, man. But yeah, the Israelite community got excited when Kendrick was on that. Amber, you asked me about Nicki Minaj. I think you know how I feel about that one. I can't do that. Thunder Scorpion, I'm gonna check them out. Lawrence or I feel with Dizzy Wright. Ryman, you say okay. I know about Metal Face Doom. I already know. Andrew Rose, I used to be a big wrestling fan back in the day. Yeah, that Brooklyn Girl, I actually remade that joint back in the day when I was rapping. That Brooklyn Girls by Charles Hamilton, we remade that joint. Jadena and Thundercat. I listened to a little bit of Jadena. Thundercat, not so much. Sasha, I didn't see the picture. And yeah, got Gay University. Composition is everything. Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, Scarface got his own version of Mind Playing Tricks on Me. Yeah, Scarface actually has a solo version of it. Yeah, last one, Breathing by Pop. Staring at the world through my rear view. How y'all ain't mentioned that one? Woo. Come on, man. That song gives me chills. Staring at the world through my rear view. Praying to God, but he can't hear you. Man, that song is dope, man. Live and Die in LA. Yeah, DMX is when DMX talks, I listen. Oh, Rude Boy, we know who killed Pac. We know who killed him. We know who killed Pac. We know who killed Biggie. We know the see, and the reason why a lot of people we know the government was behind that, and I'm not necessarily saying the government was the one that pulled the trigger, but the government was behind the East Coast West Coast beef, and that is essentially what led to the death of both Pac and Big. So that was government. That was government. Now we can sit here and say that Pac was a wild can, loose cannon, and he shouldn't have been messing with. He shouldn't have been out there fighting gang members. Woo woo woo. The whole reason why Pac was created via that West Coast East Coast beef, it got to Pac, and that was all government, man. That was all government. That was all government. Just like they did with the Bloods and the Crips. Like they created that East Coast West Coast beef, and they knew what the result would be. They knew that would end in death. They knew it. Yeah, Zucko. Do for love. Yep. Rude Boy, and that's just sad. When if you let Drake kill you, you just deserve to not even. I think that's why I don't really be fooling with Meek like that. You may have answered my question. Jalen, man, once again, Kendrick and J. Cole are some like I fool with J. Cole, but not as heavy as people may think. Like I don't bump J. Cole religiously like that. But I mean, I don't have nothing against J. Cole, but it's like I'm gonna bump some other people before I turn on that J. Cole. Yeah, Mick Jenkins, I heard of Mick Jenkins. Trailblazer, you already know. P Rock, CL Smooth, underrated. Yeah, Magic Rims, I don't fool with any of the three that you mentioned. I hate to talk bad about my sisters, but man, I can't do it. Nicki Minaj wasn't that bad when she first, like the pre-mainstream Nicki Minaj, that she wasn't that bad then. But when she got commercialized and went mainstream, down the drain she went. Yeah, Rude Boy, and that's one of the reasons why I can relate to Scarface. Yeah, Guru, yep. Oh, the government, the government to kill so many. Listen, the government to kill so many people. What did Perez say? Who shot Biggie Smalls? If we don't get them, they gonna get us all. Like, that's what Bigger Than Hip Hop. They said that. Who shot Biggie Smalls? We don't get them, they gonna get us all. Like, y'all know that song. Yeah, ODB. He was a character. Kool G Rap. Yep. If y'all used to watch wrestling, see this my analogy for Drake, then I got a dip. But if y'all used to watch wrestling, if you didn't, you could just look it up. And I'm sure you would get a laugh out of this. But Drake is like gold dust. He the gold dust of the rap industry to me. If you all watch wrestling, remember who Gold Dust was? That's what Drake reminds me of. Hence why I can't fool with it. I can't fool with dude. You the gold dust of rap. I can't fool with it. Yeah, Denzel Curry, dope. But y'all know what it is, man. I didn't. Hey, this was a comfortable stream. I wasn't really trying to get too heavy with the knowledge and whatnot. It's just comfortable stream. I didn't hit y'all with a bunch of motivation and inspiration like throughout the week. So this was just like a laid back joint. Hence why we started talking about hip hop and whatnot. Y'all know what it is though. I got one little class that I got to go teach. So y'all know who Gold Dust is. Then that's cool. So y'all get why I can't fool with Drake like that, and y'all can probably see what I'm saying. Y'all know that that's true. Y'all know he reminds y'all of Gold Dust. Y'all know it. Y'all know that that's not far-fetched, man. That's why I can't fool with it, because that's who he remind me of, and I can't get that image out of my head. When I hear Drake, I think of Gold Dust, and I can't rock with that. Can't rock with it. But yeah, man, I gotta get on up out of here. Oh, Shakir, before I leave, this is one of the ones I brought this up earlier. This is the book of the day. The Psychological Covert War on Hip Hop by Professor Griff, my man's. This the book. It's the book of the day. Cop this book. This is good on media control. But Saturday, when we tap in, we're gonna go back to building on some knowledge, man. So this was laid back. We was chilling, shooting the breeze. But Saturday, we're gonna get back. We're gonna get back to the teaching. We're gonna get back to the knowledge, man. I feel like I ain't talked about anything from a nutritional standpoint in a minute. So we're gonna get back on that. So we're gonna talk about something in regards to nutrition on Saturday. So y'all gonna tap in, tune in. We're gonna get that health back on track on Saturday. So I'm gonna catch y'all later, man. I got this session I gotta go get to, gotta run it through the ground. All right, y'all, peace.